Good morning, everybody. We are here. We are ready to go. We've got Frank first in the chat. What's going on, Frank? We got DD214, Frank, Dark Bro, C to Wit, Dark Bro, C to Wit, Ray. We got Ray in here. Aloha, kaka, hiaka to Robert as well. Good morning, everybody. Frank, I do hope that you are feeling better. Absolutely. Ray, ask the question as we jump in and see what is going on with the market. Man, oh man, look at AMC in a free fall in the top left-hand side of the screen. Gotta love all of those people who believe Adam Aron is leading them to the promised land. Let me tell you, the promised land is filled with snakes. The promised land is filled with deceit. The promised land is filled with Adam Aron sitting there in gluttony as you stare on, watching and wondering, what on earth happened? What on earth happened? AMC sitting at $2.48 right now. Pathetic price on AMC, down almost 21% on the day. Shiba Inu coin sitting at 787 right now, down 1.32%, as Bitcoin is also down about 1% on the day. GameStop sitting at 1778. The market is pulling back, my goodness. We've got Bitcoin sitting at $25,927. NASDAQ sitting 0.23% higher on the day, pulling back from some intraday gains, though. Intraday highs here at 13,577, sitting at 13,529. AMC 247. GameStop 1778. Dogecoin 6.2 cents. Ethereum sitting at 1649. Shiba Inu coin sitting at 787. Bitcoin sitting at 25,900. Mullen Auto, my goodness. Mullen Auto down below 50 cents, touching 47 cents earlier today. Bouncing back to a little level of resistance at about 50.5 cents right now. So watch out for that, man. Mullen Auto is not looking good. Continuing to get destroyed on a daily chart. You can't even see it unless you zoom way in here. And, yeah, this is what we've got going on in Mullen Auto. Nothing but destruction. Ignore these lines down here, right? These are the previous levels that Mullen got hung up on. Previous to the 1 for 25 and 1 for 9 split. Guys, don't forget, Mullen Auto just had a 1 for 9 split. Oh my gosh, 11 days ago, on August 11th, it did a 1 for 9 split. And it's almost back down to that pre-split price of 10 cents a share. This is insanity. I mean, oh my gosh, I don't even know what to say about Mullen Auto. All it does is go down. Sundial trying to bounce back a little bit today, sitting at 2.74% higher at $1.68. The SPY, $4.38. Netflix sitting at $4.11. Highcroft Mining, 34 cents, dying alongside AMC. QQQ sitting at $3.63. Ape sitting at $1.81. For everybody who thought that Ape had to go up to meet AMC's value, they could both meet at $1 per share. They could both meet at 50 cents a share. They might both meet at 10 cents a share. And Adam Aron just destroyed everything that we have built over the last 2 to 3 years. MPW is sitting at $6.75 right now. MPW bouncing off some intraday lows at $6.60. And may, guys, watch out, may be falling below this pretty significant level of support at $7 a share that it's found over the last couple of months. Why? Interest rates. Hospitals not paying rent. You know what we're heading towards? I'm going to tell you what we're heading towards right now. I am going to predict the future. This is not this is not financial advice, but this is some. What the heck was that? Was her name Cleo? What the heck was that psychic's name? Like 20 years ago, you call her up, pay her some money to talk to her for a minute, and Miss Cleo or something, whatever the heck her name was. This is the direction we're heading, dude. Nobody's going to be able to pay their rent. Nobody's going to be able to pay their bills. Everybody's going to need universal basic income. They are going to destroy the very foundation of self-respect that we have, of going out, working, and building up your fortune. Dude, if hospitals can't even pay their bills, what are we going to do, man? What are we going to do? They're probably going to foreclose on all these buildings because the landlord can't afford them anymore since the tenants aren't paying. Guess who's going to come in and own them? BlackRock, the U.S. government, Chinese government. Yeah, dude, it's going to be bad news. Watch out for that. Prepare for it now. Get a plan B. Get a plan B in your arsenal. Probably gonna need it. Tesla sitting at $231.60. Tesla on its way down. Oh, my goodness, my goodness. Tesla getting destroyed here. Going from intraday highs during the open, $240 all the way down to $231 right now. The losses, man, heavy in Tesla today after being up 5+% pre-market. Tesla sitting on break even on the day today. That is wild, man. That is wild. Tesla sitting down here at 231. Oh my gosh. I gotta see where these puts are. I was looking at puts on Tesla this morning. I was in and out in a matter of like 3 seconds. Let's see where they're at, the 235s. 235 puts. 235 puts. 235 puts at 640. Maybe it was the, hold on, where are these at? I gotta see where these prices are. Because I was in at 250. I can't imagine. Yeah, it could be. Nah, there's no way it's up to $6. Minute chart. Yeah, holy smokes. Okay, I think it was probably these. All right, I was in at 250. Now 390. So in and out, not bad. I thought for a second it was the 235s. I must have played the 230s there. I was in, I was out. Had like a 5% gain. Boom. And now clearly it would have been a lot better off, right? Clearly it would have been a lot better off. 250 to 390 there. You're making some serious money. And these are probably sitting on like 450. If you're looking real time, this is 15-minute delayed since I'm not logged in right here. Just to let you guys know. Part 1, MPW News. California judge pausing debt settlement on renter prospect medical. Wall Street Journal used analysis from the MPW shorter and share drop is knee-jerk. MPW 30% short interest. Frank, guys, I don't like the California government. I'm just going to say that, okay? I don't like the California government. Pausing a debt settlement on renter, a prospect, medical. Look, guys, pay your rent. Pay your bills. Do that. Just pay your bills. It's self-respect. Do you think Shib will add a 0? Robert, no. I'll tell you this, man. If Shib adds a 0, if it adds a 0 from where we're at right now, and it loses another 90%, I don't know if Shib will recover. So let me put it that way. I don't know if Shib will recover if it adds another 0 from here. If Shiba Inu coin falls below 500, I don't know if Shib will recover. 500 points per coin is the lowest that Shiba Inu coin has seen since it made a name for itself. There's no levels of support below 500 points per coin. If Shiba Inu coin falls through that, I would be very skeptical of a recovery. If it adds another 0 from here, okay, you're talking, you have not seen those levels since maybe February of 2021 when it began to spike up from literal like $0 valuations. Worthless coin. So yeah, I am skeptical that Shiba Inu coin is going to add a 0 from here, and I think that would be detrimental. Dude, I cannot believe that Tesla is getting ripped $10 today. The stock market is coming down. Hey, you know what that means, Frank? You could be adding some shares in Tesla pretty cheap right now. Tesla's got to be back down to the 13s. Let's see where TSLY is right now. It is, oh man, I was off by a penny. Tesla's sitting here at 14.02 right now. I said it's got to be down in the 13s. I was off by a penny, guys, and I hadn't even looked at it today. Cut me some slack on that one. That was a pretty good guess there. But I want to show you guys this. Can you see the left-hand side of the screen? Yes, you can. Can't necessarily see the ticker symbol, though. This is Tesla at $230. This is Tesla at $14. Notice something, okay? Yes, Tesla is ticking a lot quicker than TSLY is. There's more volume. I mean, there's barely any volume. If you look at Tesla, right? Where's the volume at here? Volume, 1.6 million shares. Now, clearly, if you're looking at Tesla trading 75 million shares at like a 10x price, it's obvious that there's more money flowing in and out of Tesla than there is Tesla here, which is why you're not going to see Tesla ticking as much as you do Tesla. But look at the price. I mean, down 28% and down 33%. Tesla is doing a very good job at pegging itself to the price of Tesla. So if you want to take advantage of some crazy dividends and you want to take advantage of the underlying asset, which is Tesla, I mean, take a look at TSLY here. It could be a decent symbol to get in and see some massive dividend returns. If these guys can play their options right, you're going to be looking good. 230 on TSLY. My goodness, Tesla is free falling today. Part 2, cut dividend to 15 cents, half of the previous amount. This preserves 350 million capital, or million of capital going into slow season. Frank, good deal, man. They got to be able to preserve. If they go out of business, ooh, nobody's gonna like that. Cleo wasn't from the Caribbean. She was from Jersey. I didn't really know where she was from or care where she was from, but hey, man. Jersey. You got a lot of good people in Jersey, though, right? Shout out to all my Jersey viewers out there. I was paying 8.25% interest rate on my first house in 1996. Well, you know what, Missing Link? We are back to those days, my friend. We are back to those days. Congratulations, you have come full circle. I don't know if you ever thought you would see 8% mortgages once again, but I believe the average mortgage right now is about 7.2%, right? Could be 7.5%. I could just be making that number up. So guys, make sure you go verify that number there. But I do know it's in like the lower sevens for the average. The average mortgage right now is very high. And they have been out to wreck this country for decades. They want us to slowly dependent on the federal government. They don't even want us to breathe without them being able to control it. Dark Bro is right, ladies and gentlemen. Dark Bro is right. Dude, Tesla keeps getting ripped. I can't believe, man. I can't believe. You never know what it's going to do. One of these days, I'm just going to let it ride. One of these days, I'm just going to let it ride, and I am going to be rich like the rest of you guys. Boom! That's a major decline. That's a major decline. 240 at the open, all the way down to 230 right now. It could be 220 by the end of the day today if it follows this trend right here. So Tesla getting destroyed. We will have 500 trillion scaling update before Shibarium release, bro. Yosef, we will have 500 trillion scaling update before Shibarium. What do you mean? In the Scaling Update 6, Shai will say, let's hail in this Scaling Update 8 and 9. Let's buy my book on Scaling Update 9. Yusuf, I hope we don't have 500 trillion updates, man. Oh, no. I hope we don't have any more than one more update. I hope the update tomorrow is Shibarium is live again. Congratulations. Can you look at Jasmine? I think it's a great buying price. Yeah, let's take a look at Jasmine. I just discovered the PWL does the sprinkle and shove and not the dip and shove. Come on, guys. Paul, if he's referring to you, man, you got to do the dip and shove, not the sprinkle and shove. Let us look at Jasmine real quick. Jasmy. Jasmine is sitting at, man, Tesla just keeps dying there. Jasmine is sitting at 00331, guys, 00331. 7-day charts down about 15%. On the monthly chart, down about 15%. On the annual chart, they're down about 63%. Yeah, it is nearing a pretty decent level of support right here. Watch out, though. You might drop down to 3.1, 3.2. If it really wants to test this support level right here. But yeah, Jasmine is low right now in terms of where it's been. Definitely all time, but where it's been over the last year, and even on a monthly basis, seemingly trying to set up some support around this not 3 cents, but 0.3 of a cent mark. So watch out for that 0.3 of a cent. If it falls below that, see, this might be a little bit of a wick down right here at 2.8 tenths of a cent. So watch that 0.3 of a cent. My goodness, stop saying 3 cents. 0.3 of a cent mark. If it drops below 003, You've got no levels of technical support. So you use it as a buying opportunity if you want, if you watch it hold, if it begins to bounce off there, but be very skeptical of it if it does fall through that 003 level. I think Shiba will stage a comeback after the disastrous launch. Russell, I hope so, man. I hope so. I don't think that the disastrous launch of Shibarium is necessarily to blame for the price action on Shib right now. I think the overall market is to blame for the price action on Shib right now. Everything is getting beat. Bitcoin 150K after having, as per Mark Yusko, thoughts. Well, maybe not right after, but yeah, I do think that Bitcoin can reach 150,000 at some point. I don't know if it's going to reach 150,000 without institutional money. And I don't think we get that institutional money until we get regulation. So, like regulation or not, I think that is a necessity if we're expecting Bitcoin to reach those levels. So just because the halving takes place, no, I don't think that that's going to kick it up there. You need more money, man. You need a lot of money coming in. The halving's not going to necessarily bring us more money. It can make Bitcoin worth more. It can make it more scarce and theoretically drive up the price. But you got to find that money from somewhere. And that money, that type of money, is most likely going to come from one of two places, okay? Retail investors with a quick infusion of cash, which I don't want to see, through some type of government program. Now, they might lock us down again. There's all this talk about jailing people in their own homes again towards the end of this year, and some new C-word strains that are coming out that they want to scare you with. Now, that might be a possibility, guys. So start bracing yourselves now for them kind of going down that direction. But if they do, I think one of the things that they want to do is, like Dark Bro says, man, feeding wild animals. All of a sudden, you become dependent. They're going to start kicking up universal basic income talks. They're kicking up these child tax credits already. If they start giving people free money, that it could cause a little bit of a bull market rally. But do not be so naive to forget what just happened. When you give people all of this money, it drives prices up. People spend it. Inflation rises. And does anybody feel better off now after having received those stimulus checks than you would have been if gas was still $1.50? If your rent was still lower, if it didn't cost you $30 a meal to go out to eat, if your groceries didn't cost you like $600 a month. Yeah, man. So please be aware of all of that. Free money could cause a nice price spike though, just like it did before. Good to see AMC going so well. Crypto Rocketeer. Everybody who voted yes is getting exactly what they asked for, man. Exactly what they asked for. Boom! Yep, it is. At the moment, Shiba will go more down, but it will start to moon soon. RC, I hope so. Kalani, bro! Thank you very much for the member chat. 18 months of bro, dude, I love it. Been really rough lately, but I'm still a bro. That's what I'm talking about, Kalani. I love it. Kalani, man, the light's at the end of the tunnel. Never forget that, dude. Never forget that. And I'll tell you this, if any of you guys feel so strapped that it is really rough for you, and whether it is a little bro, a big bro, $3, $5, never let some sort of a subscription to this channel or some sort of a super chat or anything stretch you so thin that you've got to worry about it. Please don't let that happen. So I mean that, Kalani. I mean that. You know, we might be like, oh, why is Kalani gray now? We might say some stuff like that. But, dude, I want everybody in here to know sincerely, I do not care if you've got a gray name, a blue name, or a green name. If you do not want a green name, do not keep a green name, dude. Never worry about what I think in terms of that or whatever anybody else in here says. Because I'll tell you right now, Kalani, there's a lot of people in here that throw out green names, and I guarantee you'd get one if you just continue to hang out in here. So I do mean that, guys. I do mean that. Never let the green names, never let the super chats or anything like that stretch you or stress you either. They can eat my C word. I ain't even talking about. This dude is freaking wild, man. Oh, Dark Bro. You're going to get both of us in trouble. Bitcoin spot ETF. What are the odds of approval if that happens? Bitcoin get. So Russell, I think the odds of approval are better in 2024 than they are right now. I think it was Gary Gensler, somebody stated that they're not going to be approving one until 2024. But I do think that the odds of that happening are solid. I really do. I think that we just got to find ourselves in a more regulatory clear water as opposed to the muddy water that we're in right now. The SEC just wants their cut, man. The SEC just wants their cut. The government wants their cut. And unfortunately, crypto was designed not to give the government their cut. So I'll say this. I don't necessarily care if Bitcoin is trading at $150,000 with institutional money behind it. I really don't care if Bitcoin is necessarily trading at $5,000 a coin. We have developed this mentality that cryptocurrencies are some form of an investment over the last decade. Why? Because they've clearly proven their worth. They have gone up in value drastically. But here's the thing we need to remember. Cryptocurrencies are currencies. You don't necessarily care if your dollar is worth more today than it was yesterday. It's a currency that you transact in. Cryptocurrencies were intended to be just that, a currency that you can transact in, and one that doesn't necessarily increase or decrease drastically in value, but one that is separate from sovereign governments, from sovereign government control, and it doesn't rely on centralization to dictate the ledger. Now, clearly, we don't all want Bitcoin to drop down to $1,000 and never have the chance of going up again, because that's how people are making money. But if you solely look at it in terms of transacting, then of course you wouldn't really care what the price was. I'll always be a bro, Clay. You are the first big influence to my personal investing obsession. Also helped me inspire to get back into Twitch streaming. Very nice, Kalani. Very good, man. Very good. And you know what? I want to say it again because I mean it, man. If you guys can't continue to be a bro for any reason, pick it back up when you can continue to be a bro and all of that. But very nice, man. Very nice that you guys are not obsessed with investing and all that, but into learning, focused on your future. That's what I love to see, man. Ray, thank you very much. Ray, I didn't actually know. Are you in Canada? I didn't even know that Ray was from Canada. Ray, I thought you were from Colorado or something, man. Clay, is it true that the Ethereum gas fees can be as high as $400 per transaction in the bull run? Wondering how much I should keep aside for ETH gas fees. So yeah, Ray, it is possible. It's going to depend on how much you want to prioritize your transaction, how quickly you want that transaction to go through, and so on. I actually do not know what the highest gas fees during 2021 were, but when you've got 40, just look at the all-time high volumes. When you've got $40 billion traded in a single day on Shiba Inu coin alone, and you might be doing trillions of dollars in volume across every Ethereum token, that drastically congests the network. And if you don't want your transaction to take 2, 3, 4, 5 hours to occur, then you're going to need to front run other transactions. And yes, unfortunately, transactions can go very high. Now, I don't know what the all-time high gas fees were and stuff like that, but depending on the actual value of an Ethereum, let's say Ethereum goes up to 10 grand, dude, yeah, you could see some very, very high dollar amounts in Ethereum transactions there. Picoin will be the leading crypto, and that's not to say that you need to necessarily buy $400 worth of Ethereum right now or something. They're going to go that high too if the price of Ethereum goes up as well. So, I mean, just have some Ethereum on hand and keep an eye on it. But if it does get ridiculous, you might have to just buy some more in order to facilitate the transaction there. Quick spot, if I may. As a city employee, we get a lot of negative attention and words said about us, severely underpaid. No, Kalani, I mean, that is true, right? That is true. I don't know why everybody dislikes city employees or anything. I'll tell you this, Kalani. I'll tell you this. Don't worry. I mean, it does affect some people, right? Do not worry what anybody else says. It is very, very hard sometimes to just ignore it or let it roll off your back or whatever. I'll tell you this, man. The internet is a pretty crazy place as well. And I don't know if it's because we've got a lot of moderators in here and you guys very quickly stop me from seeing a lot of the hateful things that people might try to say in the live stream. But the comment section on videos, the comment section on Twitter and Reddit, dude, it is a very negative place, okay? So I'll say this, dude, they're sad people, man. They're truly sad people. And they got a lot of hate in their hearts. They got a lot of anger in their hearts. And it doesn't mean that you have to feel bad for them. It doesn't mean that you need to empathize with them. And it really doesn't mean that you need to take time out of your day to make them a better person. But you have to realize if somebody in real life or internet life, if all they want to do is tear you down, dude, they've got something going on with them that is so bad that they're trying to push that on somebody else as well. So it's not your job, man, to worry about everybody else and necessarily make them feel better. You don't have to do that. But just know, for your own, right, for your own, I guess, selfish reasons, it might be, but just know that you should not be affected negatively by any of the negative attention that anybody gives you online, that anybody gives you in real life or whatever, man. They've got a lot of hate, a lot of anger, a lot of sadness. Because I'm telling you right now, dude, nobody that is happy is going to be destroying other people. Nobody that is happy is going to be destroying other people. It's not the case, man. It is not the case. And I'm telling you right now, everybody has that decision. So if they try to tear you down, dude, you got a decision to completely ignore them and just let them go. But just know that you don't have to waste your time thinking about them. You don't have to waste your time trying to make them feel better if that's not what you're called to do. But don't let them bring you down, dude. Eyes on NVIDIA and NVDY. NVIDIA has earnings in its after hours. Ooh, all right, Frank, I did not know that NVIDIA has earnings tomorrow. NVIDIA's been tearing it up, man. NVIDIA doing I don't think I got NVIDIA on this watch list here. NVIDIA, guys. All right, NVIDIA actually pulling back a little bit today. I did not see that it was pulling back, but NVIDIA was doing very well at the open this morning. Look at this, touching an all-time high today before pulling back at the open here. So I actually didn't see that NVIDIA was pulling back today, but still doing very well in terms of where it's at, dude. You're literally looking at all-time highs. Now, Frank is right. If the earnings expectations are not met tomorrow, ooh, we talking gap fill? What are we doing here, man? What are we doing? Are we going back down to 317 on NVIDIA with a gap fill if the earnings that are expected are not met? That's what I want to know, guys. That's what I want. Actually, let me know your expectations for NVIDIA down in the comments right now. If you think that NVIDIA may pull back based on their earnings. Yo, Shib to the moon. Joshua, let's get it, man. Noodle Toes, what's going on, Noodle Toes? Glad to have you. Noodle Toes, Mrs. 50 Shades is like, oh, boy. How dare you start reading my message and jump off of it. Crypto Rocketeer, that is my bad, man. Picoin will be the leading crypto by 2030. Remember this message. I will absolutely remember this message. Leading coin by 2030 is Picoin. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Crypto Rocketeer told you, go buy Picoin. Go buy Picoin. Spam the heart reaction for Clay. Joshua, appreciate you, man. Frank, I'm wanting to get to eat 100 of each as well, but to buy when the price is down so that I'm dollaring down. Very nice, Ken. I have an issue with county workers. I have no spray signs along all of my field frontage. The spray, I lose 3. Oh my gosh, dude. What are they spraying, Tim? What are they spraying? And like, dude, assume for damages, man. They're literally damaging your property, which has monetary value. It'd be different if they just knocked my grass off or something, but what are they spraying that's killing your crop? Great. If you had a choice to buy one coin, would it be Bitcoin or Ethereum? Ooh, very good question. So I do think that Ethereum has a little bit more upside potential based on the fact that it's got a lower market cap and it's got a ridiculous usage. People are building new Ethereum tokens literally every single day. However, okay, right now, in terms of regulation and all of the discussions that are going on there, I think that Bitcoin might be the safer choice. Bitcoin seems to be a little bit more related to a commodity than a security, and it doesn't seem as though the SEC is going to be going after Bitcoin in any negative manner. That's a real tough question. If I could only buy one, let's say at this point, let's just say Bitcoin at this point. Honestly, it's such a toss-up. Right now, I'd probably favor safety over potential. When we're in a bull market, I would probably have a different opinion on that. I would probably say let's favor potential right now because people are diving in head first, and I believe that Ethereum is going to run more. So right now, I'm going Bitcoin simply because I view it as slightly safer. But I would probably change my mind on that during a bull market and say Ethereum. So that's kind of my rationale going on in my head right now, debating myself as to whether or not I would buy Bitcoin or Ethereum. I would prefer, if you get $1,000, I'd prefer to go, maybe half in Bitcoin, half in Ethereum or something like that, because it is such a toss-up to me. And I like both of them. I really do. Wangro jumping in with both feet on NVIDIA earnings. Oh, God, this dude. Wangro, you playing up or down? And are you jumping in on options, or are you simply buying this stock, man? I want to know. Because Wangro is a baller out there, all right? Wangro made a crap ton of money. And by crap ton of money, basically doubled his portfolio, okay, on Amazon earnings. I want to be very clear. He got it right. He could have lost 95% of his portfolio if he simply played it to the downside as opposed to the upside. So, Wangro did very well on that one. Dude makes me nervous. He's going to make me sweat through this thick black shirt that I'm wearing right now. Wangro, we playing options. We going up. We going down. What are we doing on NVIDIA there? 58th. Let's get it, Combo. How much NVIDIA does Pansy Melosi own? Actually, I do not know how much NVIDIA Pansy Melosi. Gosh, that's a tough one. Not your fault, Clay, bro. There are a lot of stocks, and you can't watch them all. It's tough, Frank. It's tough. It is tough to watch them all, man. I try to scroll through my watch list and keep tabs on everything that's happening, and it is difficult to know where everything is at all at the same time. Lunk Future, dark. The Terra Luna Classic Future is dark. Now, let me say this. I only say that because I believe that the USTC repeg team is either going to begin crying tonight if their proposal doesn't pass, or if it does pass, we are at the point where we are basically running out of money, okay? Terra Luna Classic Community Pool has very little lunk left in it in terms of the spends we have seen in the past. So yes, it is near that 2 billion lunk number, but 300 million Terra Luna Classic, is going to go to the USTC repeg team. And during the fourth quarter spend proposals, you are going to see over 3 billion Terra Luna Classic requested, and we do not have that type of money. So it's dark if these guys do not work for the betterment of the chain, because the money's going to be dried up, dude. And I think that they'll walk away faster than they ever began. Let's see. Now, if prices begin to pick back up, though, in Terra Luna Classic's not affected by a bear market, or if Bitcoin begins to bounce and Lunk begins to bounce as well, and we're starting to get more money in the community pool, and these guys get their heads wrapped around reality and stop asking for so much money to develop on the chain, then yes, it could be looking pretty well. The problem is, you could pick Bitcoin, and 6 months from now, Ethereum. That is the problem, TD214. That's why it's very difficult to say, just one. Thanks, Clay. Miss 50, absolutely. I have over 10,000 Pi coins been minting since the beginning. I will say that mining today is not like a few years ago. Yeah, Kenneth, man, I have never minted or mined or anything a Pi coin. So, you got me, man. Pudgy! No igno, never igno. Thoughts on layered superfoods? Pudgy, I don't even know what layered superfoods are, man, but I'll say this. Any superfood is good with me. Unless, of course, it's fake superfood. Then it's bad with me. But I don't know what those are. Love you, Clay. Changed my mind on crypto and the way you explain it. Keep us updated. Much love, brother. Joshua, appreciate you, dude. Absolutely, man. Absolutely appreciate that. And as always, if you got any questions, man, please feel free to ask. Need 4 people for Bro Fantasy League. Myself, Pika Bones, Mo, Hemi, and Kombu. Currently in the league. Join now. Yes. JB, I am really considering playing in that league. Is it limited to 10? So, like, if 10 join, I can't join in later? Or how does that work if 4 more people join in? So, guys, if you want to play fantasy football with the bros, go play fantasy football with the bros. Sign up in the Discord right there. Greetings. Any idea why Shiba and the rest of the market is falling so much? Julio, or Julio, depending on where you're from. My best guess is that it's an overall pullback from last week, stemming from the fact that SpaceX reportedly sold off of all of their Bitcoin. So that's my best guess, man, is that it is still dependent on that announcement being made. We are getting some nice green lines right now, so hopefully those green lines turn into very big green lines, but we don't know just yet. I don't know which way I'm swinging yet. The streets wants me to buy puts for obvious reasons, but I subscribe to the opposite of public opinion. The street says one thing, I bet the other way. Wayne Grohl, let me just tell you this, dude. Don't bet your whole portfolio again, okay? I'm not trying to give you financial advice. Clearly worked out very well for you the last time. But, dude, you are in a position right now that you can continue to thrive literally for the rest of your life, okay? I've had some very smart, rich old guys in my day tell me that you should never lose more than 1% of your portfolio on any single trade. Risk management, man, because when you jump up like that, the name of the game isn't necessarily hitting a big trade and posting like some of these guys you see online. Man, I made 300 grand today. Man, I made 40 grand this week. Stuff like that. It's not about that. It's about conserving the money that you do have and watching the time, value, and interest take care of itself. So you're in a phenomenal position to compound beyond your wildest dreams right now. You don't have to take the advice that I was given in my past, but 1% of your entire portfolio should never be lost on a single trade. Clearly, you can adjust that accordingly. 2%, 3%, 5%, but 1% always gives you the chance to come back tomorrow, and you got to lose basically, 200 trades in a row, man, to destroy yourself. And it would be pretty difficult to lose 200 trades in a row. Safe spot, Claybro JB. Superfood is buzzword BS, in my opinion. Any food is super if you're hungry. I'm telling you that. Part 2. Nonetheless, this is a tough one. Yes, it is. Clay, you don't have a choice. You're joining. Gotcha. All right, I am joining. I am going to be the target to beat, because nobody has my vast knowledge of football. You guys didn't even know that the Orioles played football. Think about that. Man. Six spot, yeah, saw that. Oh my AMC is now down 91% from $27. Let's play with AMC and Ape. Graphics, man, graphics. That is a drastic decline. I'm actually down almost 50% from where I was able to average down to just last month. So yeah, dude, people are down heavy on AMC right now. What's the plan, dude? Let me just break it down, being 100% sincere with you. This play has switched from some sort of a speculative short squeeze, where the price can go to ridiculously high values, detached from the underlying value of AMC. Adam Aron, as soon as the conversion takes place, is going to dilute AMC with 25 million shares. The hedge funds will have a reported 15 million short shares outstanding. He is going to sell directly to them 25 million shares. So anybody telling you that the hedge funds need to buy your shares to cover would be lying. They are buying those directly from Adam Aron. If you believe in naked shorts, billions and billions of naked shorts, ask yourself this question. If they're not reported, if nobody knows about them, will they even have to cover? The answer is no. So your expectations there are that somehow those naked shorts would be exposed. If you believe they'll be exposed, okay, great. Maybe it can still be some sort of a short squeeze play. But if you don't believe in naked shorts, or if you don't believe those shorts will be exposed, you can't really expect a short squeeze anymore, because Adam Aron is directly going to sell all of those shares. So what does AMC and Ape become? A value play. An underlying fundamental value of the stock. One that is still grossly overvalued at the current prices of $2.40. Grossly overvalued. Now, as time goes on, and Adam Aron dilutes the price even lower, what's going to happen is hopefully AMC is able to pay down its debt to manageable levels, and AMC's revenue begins to grow. If both of those things happen, okay, maybe we reach $1 per share on AMC, maybe it's 50 cents a share on AMC, or something of that matter, and we're finally attached to the fundamental value of AMC. From there, the company can grow over time, and your stock price can go up. But it's no longer about a short squeeze, because, you know, the yes votes, the conversion, the dilution, the direct sale to the hedge funds, all of that kind of, it negates the idea of squeezing the hedge funds out when you sell directly to them. Listen, guys, Luna and Shiba low now, but now's the time to buy before it goes to the moon. I still believe in Luna Classic and Shiba Inu. Thanks, Patrick. Thank you as well, man. And you're right, dude. If you guys believe in the future of these cryptocurrencies, the prices right now are much lower than they were when people were excited about buying them. Think about that. People were flocking to buy Shiba Inu coin at 5, 6, 7, 8,000 points per coin. People were loving that price action and had no problem dropping $100 on a million Shib. Now they don't even really want to spend $8 on a million Shib. They're like, oh, man. Bull markets always return. And that sort of euphoric, it doesn't make sense buying has always returned over the past. When it does, that is when you need to consider selling and then buying back in when the next bear market returns. It might be hard. You might not want to sit on cash. You might not want to sit on cash for, a year. You may have timed it a little bit too early, and you may have gotten out and the price continues to go back up. But the cyclical nature of these bull and bear markets always repeat themselves. The only reason it's going to stop, and the only reason we don't see a repetition, is if the United States or the world is destroyed. And at that point, what the heck do we care about money? Clay, thoughts on prop trading? A guy I know made $10,000 in profit yesterday, prop trading. First time he hit $10K in a day. Prop trading in reference to what? Prop trading. Prop trading. Prop trading in reference to what, man? Are we talking about crypto, or are we talking about something completely different here? Dark Brown Claybro joined the league 2 spots for... Well, technically, I did not join. I did not just join. I don't know how to join. So if another Claybro joined, that one's not me, JB. If somebody just joined under the name Claybro, that was not me. Just to let you know. Because I'm clearly right here and they didn't join. AMC with options. I almost made it to break even on my way out and took money and put it into gainers. There you go, Frank. Yeah, so I actually, because of the fact that they called my shares away, I have very few shares of AMC right now. I know I don't talk about numbers, but clearly you guys can make an inference and draw a conclusion based on the fact that I had covered calls sold on those shares of AMC, and I had remaining shares left over because I did not have shares in multiples of 100. So therefore, you could probably draw the conclusion that I've got less than... I'm not going to say numbers. You guys can draw the conclusions from there since we don't talk about numbers. But because they took my shares of AMC that in an after-hours trade, after it spiked up like 4 or 5 weeks ago, they called them away at $5 a share because I had sold those covered calls. With the amount of shares remaining that I still have, I could technically go to 0 on these shares and still have scraped by with my AMC trade. But yeah, dude, it's honestly, it's not to me. That's nothing to be proud of. Yes, I got out, but I would have been much more proud of the community being able to rally together, squeeze some hedge funds, and do what we came to do, as opposed to Adam Aaron and all these cronies getting away. Let's see. Stock market, you take the certification. Oh, okay, so I have looked at these before. You take the courses with prop funds. When you pass, they let you trade with funds money. You take 80% of the profit made on trades. Usually each prop firm gives you a limit on how much you can trade based on your limit. Yeah. Okay, so JB. I've actually looked into that myself. I've never done that. Just because I don't necessarily like the idea of trading with anybody else's money and anybody else's leverage. So the original question was thoughts on profit. To me, man, I don't really want to trade with anybody else's money. What would more often than not happen is you take their courses and so on like that. You go through that trading, and not everything is necessarily free. They will cut you if you begin to lose. That's obvious. They're going to cut you if you begin to lose. I don't know how much those courses cost, okay? So I don't know if the one your friend did was a paid course or not. But basically, it's like margin trading, where you can go in, you take their trading strategies and go in, and you're essentially trading with somebody else's money, or essentially trading on margin at that point, and you walk away making them a lot of money if you are a successful trader. And if you're an unsuccessful trader, you are going to be cut from the team, and you are no longer going to be trading. So if you believe in your abilities to create profit, you will make money prop trading as well. Just know that you're going to be making somebody else even more money than you would if you were to do it on your own. So it could be a decent way if you could find a cheap enough course, or if you don't have enough money to margin trade on a Webull account or something like that. Then yeah, it could be beneficial for you to do that. Just know, if you want it to be successful and you want to continue doing it, don't go out there and blow it all in the first session and get cut and not be able to do it. But I have looked into that stuff before. I've just never done that. Played football in junior high school, so Kombu is gonna win. Very nice, Kombu. I never played football. Just joining. WTF is going on with AMC. Chris Kramer, man. Chris Kramer. AMC is falling today because people are anticipating the conversion and reverse split going through, and all of the future dilution that Adam Aaron is going to be raining down on our heads. So AMC and Ape both getting hit very hard today, because it is obvious that all of this dilution, the conversions, the reverse splits are a bad idea for the price of AMC. Great idea for AMC being able to raise money and having access to billions of dollars. Bad idea for the price of AMC. Do you think XRP will hit $100? What time frame you giving me, Hemi Life? What time frame you giving me? I don't think XRP at $100 is impossible. I do, however, think XRP in like the $10 to $30 range is much more plausible. So I believe, I forget what it was, but I believe it's like between $10 and $30 to get you to a $1 trillion valuation on XRP. So somewhere in between there. I do believe that XRP can be $1 trillion, or Ripple can be $1 trillion company one day. Now, if you're talking 20 years down the road, I think we might be having $10 trillion companies. Is XRP going to be one of them? I don't know. But I do think that we hit $10 trillion companies decades down the road. And perhaps much quicker than that. You know, I don't know. At the rate that things grow, it can be much quicker than decades down the road. But we're seeing multiple $1 trillion companies now. It's not as exciting as it once was. So, yes. I think that based on those prices, if you're giving it decades down the road, you can see a $100 XRP price. But more realistically, within the next 5 years or so, I think those $1 trillion valuations are what everybody's striving for. Very important question. Where do you stand on technical analysis? Wangro. So technical analysis is excellent. Just know that it's obviously never 100% correct. I believe the best of the best technical analysis has between a 60 and 70% hit rate if used correctly. That's an excellent hit rate, man. As long as you don't go in too heavy on one single trade, you're going to have a positive return. You're going to have a positive outcome. Don't overcomplicate your technical analysis. I really like trend lines. Simple as that, man. I like levels of support and resistance, both horizontal and in either ascending or descending. That's what I like to use. That's about as simple as you can make it. Some people would add moving average crossovers. Some people would add some sort of a volume analysis on there. Some people like the relative strength index. There's a lot that people use in terms of technical analysis. So one thing I would say is don't overcomplicate it. If you begin to overcomplicate it, you're never going to make an entry. You're never going to make an exit. What you're going to end up with is, okay, well, shoot, it just bounced off my horizontal resistance, my horizontal support line. That's excellent. It's beginning to move higher. It just crossed over my moving average, but I need my stochastic oscillator to come back up out of oversold territory and into buy territory now. By the time you begin to hit 3, 4, 5 different technical analysis indicators, the trade may be over. You might enter, and then now you're looking for 5 sell signals to be hit, to be safe on your sell signal, and all of a sudden the price is 10% lower than where you bought in before those sell signals hit. So, you can combine 1, 2, 3 if you absolutely find it necessary, but keep your technical analysis as simple as possible and be disciplined in it. Know that you will enter some trades and your analysis will be wrong. So simply cut those losers short. Because if you follow your technical indicator, you can end up with a 70% hit rate. And that is solid, man. But I'll say this. Fundamentals always beat technicals. So, you've got a nice trend line like the one you're watching on Tesla today. And, okay, it breaks back up. This could be great. Now it's time to get into this trade, which would be. This negative trend is broken here. This negative trend line was broken to the upside. Could be an excellent time to get in and buy into Tesla. Well, dude, great. Technical indicator that the descending trend line is broken. We're moving back to the upside now. Awesome. Let's buy in. You actually bought in here at $231.80. Okay? You're doing very well. You're already up to $234. You're $2+ gain on Tesla. 1% move higher. You're probably making 30% gain on those options right there in the last, I don't know what this is, half hour, 25 minutes. You're probably making a 30% gain on those options. It's a phenomenal trade. But let's say, just to show you that fundamentals would always beat the technical analysis here, let's say Elon Musk comes out and says that, I don't know, he's selling 1 million shares of Tesla. Well, dude, boom, it's gonna drop off. Let's say that the earnings report got leaked. and Tesla had a major loss, boom, it's going to drop off. Fundamentals will always trump the technical analysis, but technical analysis is excellent for trades. And if you simply follow it, man, and you were waiting for a buy entry off that descending line, boom, you got in right there. Let's say that you were looking for some sort of a... where's my MACD at, man? If you're looking for some sort of a moving average convergence and divergence crossover as well, that probably would have tried to get you in a little earlier. So you would have had a double confirmation here at this level. And, you know, this would have been your secondary indicator to jump back in. So, you know, you could have had two confirming moves higher. If you're using the MACD crossovers to buy in, it would have actually got you in a little earlier on this cross and this level way down here at 230 as opposed to 232. So, technicals work, man. You just got to be willing to stay true to them. But I clearly wouldn't recommend... I mean, unless you want to hit like 20 trades in a day, you got a lot of crossovers on this MACD right here. Let's remove that just so we can see the chart a little bit better. Nope. It's a long answer. Fear and Greed Index is fearfully now at 34. My problem is that I never sold Shib and was at an all-time high of 8, thinking it would hit a penny. Yeah, Russell, man, let me say this. You're going to have the same exact thoughts during the next bull market. So just remember that. Don't trick yourself into thinking that it will go to a penny. Don't trick yourself into thinking that it will go to $1. Don't trick yourself into thinking that it's going to go to an infinite level. If you are making money, man, don't be afraid to put a stop loss on and let it ride. Don't be afraid to just take that profit and then wait. Don't be afraid to book some gains. You will get another opportunity, though, okay? That we will have more bull markets out there. Just don't be afraid to do it. YFI, all right, let's look at it. Back to inflation. Even worse than where we are now. Yeah, ERK, man. Nobody wants inflation, but inflation is ticking back up, unfortunately. YFII... for Dark Bro, DeFi money is sitting at $428, Dark Bro, down 1% on the day today, bouncing back and forth between $450 and $430. So DeFi money showing some volatility on the day today, Dark, and sitting at a decent level of support over the last 7 days. Strong level of support and a pretty fresh low on the 1 month and a fresh low on the 1 year, and coming down, man. Wow. 400 and lows here at 370. I don't know if we're going to be testing that again or not. And then I don't know if it's going to come back all the way to the 2020 lows at 120. But Dark, you're getting into territory, man, where you're testing some very strong levels of support here. So $432, strong level of support that held up in June of 2022. Hopefully it holds up in August of 2023. So YFI down on the moment. Working out the bug, and I think it's stabilizing. ERK, man, not exactly sure what we're talking about. We talking about Shib or which one? Just use the fettuccine Alfredo Bollinger retracement exponential averages. Yes, you add all those together, you're going to have a great dinner and a great trade as well, Frank. Love them big MACD crossovers. Heck yeah, Kombu, man, if you guys are looking for a lot of trades, you can use the MACD crossovers. Or Hollandaise options, put spread strategy. Just do them all, Frank. Just do them all, man. Which moon's first, Shib or Lunk? How high do you need your moon to go? I'll say this. If Shib falls down below 500 points per coin, it's going to be the equivalent of Terra Luna Classic falling below like the 4,000 point per coin mark. If Terra Luna Classic falls below that, we're in uncharted territory. If Shiba Inu coin falls below 500 points, you know, we're looking at levels that we have not seen since Shib made a name for itself. So you got me, man. Bitcoin riding that fine line right now. It is, old rounder. It is Bitcoin treading water at that 26,000 level. And bouncing all the way down to 25,802, but bouncing back up nicely as Shiba Inu coin bounces off 778 back to 794. Hopefully, we get ourselves a little bit of an extension to that bounce here, and Bitcoin jumps back up a little bit, and Shiba Inu coin jumps back up a little bit as well. Let's see. It's now a good time to buy Shib. Chris, all depends on what your expectations are. If you expect Shibarium to drive the price higher, could be an excellent time to buy because, Satoshi basically claiming they're going to announce it tomorrow. If it's dictated by the overall market, you got to watch the value on Bitcoin. If you believe Bitcoin's going to bounce, yes, could be a good time to buy Shib. Plushies and hoodies already on, but I've bought 370 million. It's 725. I think it's 370 million, man, right? 37 million. I can't tell what those numbers are without the dashes. It's very difficult to count zeros on this chat. Hi, bro. Do you think a squeeze could still be in the future for AMC? Mr. Habib, unfortunately, I do not. Okay? If Adam Aaron gets his way and this conversion does go through, which it's what, 99.9% going to go through at this point, you got to look at the reported numbers, man. The reported numbers, 15 million shares are going to be short on AMC. First day, Adam Aaron selling 25 million shares directly to the hedge funds. They don't need to buy shares off of you. Why would they need to buy 15 million shares off you when they're buying 25 million shares off of Adam Aaron? I'm just looking at the numbers right now. They're talking about whales are leaving Shiba Inu. They're talking about the Shibarium relaunch. Yeah, whales have calmed down a little bit over the last couple of days, and the relaunch could happen as early as tomorrow, guys. I give up. Pudgy, never give up. LSF is the ticker. Thoughts? All right, we'll look at LSF there. I did roll back up and saw that. Layered Superfood. Here we go. All right, wow, sitting at $1 right now. Up from 65 cents. Oh, man, these are always tough. So, first off, I do not like stocks like this. It's got a very tiny market cap of only $10 million. I do not like stocks that we only see them dropping down in value. So, knowing that this stock has only ever lost, let's look at where the major level of support is. Right here. If you're looking at this level at about 75 to 77 cents, bounced off of it nicely. Bounced off of it, not as nice, but bounced off of it nonetheless. Began to wick around in this area, but maintained it. Came back up, bounced off nicely again. To me, it doesn't look like it's showing strength right now because every time it keeps getting held up, and it keeps getting held up in this range right here between 75 cents and $1.35, which is a very strong range. Okay, that's a very wide range. It's almost doubling in price. Sitting right here in no man's land, I probably wouldn't be too interested in buying at the $1.06 level. If it bounces back up, I would be watching for it to curl over. Does it have options? Don't think it has any options there. I would be watching for it to curl back over. But if you are interested in buying into this company, I'd be looking at like the 85 to 75 cent range, but I'd be waiting for a bounce off. Because what you don't want to see happen is very similar action to what Farmy has done over the last couple of months. Bounced off a very strong level of support at 40 cents, rallied nicely. Bounced off right here, rallied nicely. Bounced off, jumped up to 50 cents. You're targeting 25% gains every time. Bounced off, looking very good. Bounced off, looking very good. But when it finally breaks, dude, there's nothing to hold that stock from going all the way down to zero, right? And then talking about reverse splits to bring it back up above $1, get it within compliance again, all of that stuff. Dilution so that they can raise money to continue operations. Just be very, very skeptical. If, just like Farmy breaking that level, if LSF were to break that 75 cent mark, who's saying how low it could go? There's no levels of support whatsoever on the chart. Guys, it is past 1 o'clock. Get your names in the chat right now. We're going to be doing some shout-outs and then send Nick F the football link. There you go, man. That's a beautiful football you got right there, JB. I will send it to him. Roulette Wheel, see you later, man. Enjoy your afternoon. Roulette Wheel, Old Rounder. We got Frank, Pudgy, Kombu. Pudgy saying peace out of the diamond hand. Questions? Kombu, man. See you later. Old Rounder. Mark L, enjoy it. We've got Dark Bro. See you later, man. Pudgy, see you later. Mr. Habib, JB, enjoy your afternoon. Joshua, see you later, man. JB, down 5% after conversion. Hubby, it could be down even more after that, man. AMC short interest is 26%. We got Kombu, where Wanna. Yeah, Wanna, if you're out there. I think everybody in the chat misses you. Kombu, enjoy your day. Peace out, Markel, DD214. See you later. Geoped, Joshua, all of you guys, you know what time it is. You want to say it with me? Say it with me. Till the next time, hope that each and every one of you have an awesome day.